Uh, Hi everybody, this is Mrs. Nahlu Usama, and let's continue finding the area of trapezoid BQRS. Here, if you have such a trapezoid, you have here what is the area of the trapezoid. Let's start the area of any trapezoid. So the area of any trapezoid, it is half B1 plus B2 times H. So my problem now to finding the H. So here, let's make the H. H here, it's supposed to be perpendicular on the base. As we said, the height, it must be perpendicular from the vertex to the base. Okay, here he said this angle is 45 and perpendicular. That means the next here even it's supposed to be 45. If we back to revise the properties of a 45, 45, 90 triangle, you'll find that this is 45, that's 45. So that means here, and this is 90 degree. It must be, yes, isosceles triangle, yes. So here it must be isosceles triangle. So in case here, that means this part equal to this part, or the length here and the height here equal to this part. So simply you can find this part by subtracting 7 from 5. So here it is 2, and the rest here it is 5. Yes, so here even it is 2. So the height in this case, it is even 2. So A, which is half, B1, 7, B2, it's 5 times the height, which is 2. I can cross these together. So the answer is 12 and 12 meters squared. And that's it. Let's start the next. What is the value of the diagram of the y in the diagram? Here we have to use the proportionality again. So here, as you said, the first base over the y equal to the second base over the 24. So 9.6 over the y equal 16 over the 24. Here you can use cross product. Then y equals 9.6 times 24 divided by 16. So y equal, you can use calculator, never mind. (9.6) times 24 divided by 16. The final answer, it is 14.4. So it is here unit of the length. Let's go on the next. Here, let's read back studying the using trigonometric ratios to find the length of side of the right triangle. Here, the sine A, if I'm working with the A, sine A, which is the opposite. This is a sine, it is the opposite over the hypotenuse, and the opposite you're supposed to use looks like your pencil and make an opposite line. This is the opposite. So you have in any triangle, the opposite, this is the opposite. And usually we know that very well, the opposite to the 90, it is my hypotenuse. So the rest of the sides, it is my adjacent. Some of my students, they are confusing. Where is my adjacent? My adjacent usually, it has the same vertex with the hypotenuse here in this. So the same vertex with the hypotenuse, it's my adjacent. This is the vertex here. Okay, cosine, which is adjacent over the hypotenuse. If disappearing totally the hypotenuse, so I have to work with the opposite and the adjacent. If I'm working with opposite and the adjacent, means I'm working with tan. So remember tan, which is SOHCAHTOA, okay? So which is S-O-H, S sine, O opposite, H, which is hypotenuse, K, say cosine, and A adjacent, and H, which is hypotenuse, and tau, which has T-O-A, T tan, O opposite, A, which is adjacent. Don't forget, try to memorize it, it's very easy. Let's go on the next one. Here, angle of elevation, if you are standing down and you are looking up. So the line here on the side, which is the angle of elevation. So elevation came from where the elevator, right? Elevator, it's supposed to lift you or carrying you from down to up. So this is the elevator or elevation. Here, the second, which is depression, angle of depression, it is the opposite of the angle of elevation, opposite and equal, right? So here it's supposed to be looking from up to down. Depression means I have to look down, right? So this is the angle of depression. Usually the angle of elevation, it is equal to the angle of depression. Look at here, which is circle the correct term of each picture. Here, this is the first of all here, angle of elevation, because my ant here is looking upward to the head of the man, not the ant. Okay, look at the second one, which is here, if you are standing here and looking for the fire, of this is looks like fire or grace or something like that, down. So if I'm looking down, so it is angle of depression. Now, angle of elevation and angle of depression. Here he said, exercise 1 and 5, choose the correct letter. A person can see the top of building at angle 65. The person is standing 50 feet away from the building and has eye level 5 feet. How tall the building to the nearest tenth of foot? So here is set to this question. I'm supposed to stand here. This is the building. Okay, the first person. This is my building. This is the man who's standing. Okay, and here a person can see the top of the building. So here, this is the top of the building. If I'm looking for the top of the building here, this is the top of the building at an angle 65. So it's supposed to be here. This is the angle. This is the person I, right? And this is the angle, which is 65 degree. Okay, the person is standing at 50 feet away from the building. So away means I'm working with the horizontal distance. Okay, this is the horizontal distance, right? This is the word away, means I'm working with the horizontal distance. Here it is 50 feet. Okay, this is the building. From the building, and has, okay, just need to sure that everything's settled. Okay, away from the building, and his eyes level, it's 5 feet. Eyes level, it's 5 feet. So I'm standing here, and this is eye level. Okay, and that's here. This is 5 feet. This is the eye level, 5 feet. How tall the building? He asking me how tall the building. So this is my X, which is how high the building, to the nearest foot. Asking me here. So as if this is 50, so even here it is 50 feet, yes? Yes. So asking me about, I have here this is my adjacent, right? And I have to know where the opposite here, this is the opposite. So if I want to know the opposite, which is x, as if the x here, it is represent the part of the height, the rest of the height of the building, right? Okay, so I think we have to use tan, right? I have opposite, this is the opposite, I have adjacent. In this case, it's supposed to use tan, yes. Tan 65 equal opposite, which is x, over adjacent, which is 50. Now let's use cross product. Here it's supposed to be 1, right? This is cross product. Okay, here 1. Okay, that means I can use x equals 50, 10, 65. Yes, so here you can use calculus. 50, 10, 65. The answer is 107.2. 107.2, right? Yes. Okay. Now I need the rest, or the height of all of the building, right? So the building height, or the tall of the building, how tall is the building, the tall of the building equals the 107.2 plus 5 feet. Don't forget here, the final here, it's feet. Okay, plus 5 feet, so plus the 5 you resulted, plus 5. So the answer is 112.2, and the final answer is feet. So final, you can select the answer is D. Okay. Hope you got it well. Best wishes for all of you guys. See you in the next video. Thank you.